Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian.
And Jynx here.
And welcome back to Stellaris Console Edition on the PS4 Pro. So as you can tell from the title of this video, this is our finale and review of the game for this series, guys. So we'll let this play, I suppose, for a little bit, because I did promise you guys you'd be able to see what this fleet looks like when it's fully upgraded as far as strength goes. But yeah, guys, it is time for us to end this series, unfortunately. And the main reason for that is while we're enjoying ourselves for the most part with I think we're having fun with the commentary.
Yeah.
And with our little role playing here with our Snoots. It's all fun, but it is so difficult for me, guys, playing this version of the game because it's so far back from the where the PC is at, which is something we're going to talk about here in our review. But yeah, it's really difficult for me to play this far back because everything is so unfamiliar because they've changed the game just so much from this patch. The last like 4 patches, particularly 2 of them, have just made massive improvements and massive changes to the games. And so I'm having difficulty playing this, guys, just because I don't know what the hell's going on because everything's so different. But that also goes into our review here. You know, why we're ending it. They're the same thing with our review, guys, is we enjoyed the game. I think they did a good job bringing it to console.
Yeah, I think it's really great what Paradox is doing, like taking these games that are traditionally only on PC and then porting them over to the console so that console players get to play these games as well.
Yeah, I mean, you never have gotten to play games quite like this. And there's even more. If you're a console player and you've never heard of Paradox, you're not aware of their games, I'm a big fan of their games. And they have an abundance of games that I think people are really going to enjoy on the console. And you'll definitely see more of that from us, especially if CK2 comes to the console.
And they do it really well.
Yeah, they have. Survive on Mars was not made by Paradox, but it was published by them. And that was a very good port. I thought they did a fantastic job with it. Yeah, this one I thought they could never do the PDS titles. I was like, how the hell would you?
There's no way.
With the tooltips that are just absolutely required to be able to hover over something and be able to see what it does. I was like, how are they going to do that if you don't have a mouse to tooltip over it? Yeah, I had no idea how they do it, but they did it. They did a great job with it. There are some things that are kind of hard to figure out initially, but once you get it all figured out, I mean, and that's true of the PC versions of the game too. Once you get it all figured out, it runs very smooth. I love the way they did this with the directional pad. You know, down brings you down, right brings you to the right, left brings you to left, and up brings you up. I mean, it couldn't get any more simpler than that. I think they did a fantastic job porting this onto the console. So when I say that I'm having trouble playing this, guys, it has nothing to do with the fact that it's the console version. I could definitely see myself playing Paradox games on console because I think they just did such a great job with it. The mistake that they made, in my opinion, is that they ported this version of Stellaris. I didn't like this version. A lot of other people, I know people have told me this on some of my old Stellaris videos, a lot of other people felt this way too, that this version of Stellaris just wasn't very good. It's boring. It's just not, there's not a lot to do. You get past the initial game, the exploration part, and you know, the anomalies, which you already seen. We continue to see the same anomalies over and over and over again, and that's going to be that way for the rest of the game, and until there are no more anomalies. Which shit, we're almost to that point where there's not going to be any more anomalies. And yeah, it's just I don't know. It's just not that fun of a version. I feel like I understand why they brought this version, and that's because when they started working on the console version, this was the current public version, but it took them so long to port it. By the time it was done, multiple patches had already come out for the PC version, and they couldn't continue to, you know, postpone putting this out while they worked on, you know, getting the next patch updated.
Yeah, because it would have taken them forever to try to update the port for as big a changes as they made to the game.
Yeah, think about how long it took for them to make those PC patches. So it would, you know, take, you know, not quite as long, but it would take a while. So I understand why they didn't want to you know, postpone it any further. The problem is that the 2.0 patch is so massive and makes such huge changes to the game. I really feel like they should have at least adapted that one. Not gone any further, but just went with the 2.0 version. If they had done that, I think we would have had a better game that's funner, more enjoyable, and it's not going to be such a massive jump for you console players when the 2.0 patch is put out, because it's a lot of really significant changes, and PC players were quite confused by them. It took a while for everybody to get really used to all the adjustments. So that's kind of an unfortunate aspect of this, guys. That's my really only complaint when it comes to the console version, is I understand that they slimmed some things down, smaller galaxies, less empires, and that makes sense. I think that's fine. You expect that kind of stuff if you're a console player, and I'm completely accepting of them stripping out, some of the larger features, just having the bigger galaxies and the more empires and stuff. But I just can't get past the old version. Honestly, it's just not, I don't know, I didn't like it on PC, so it's not surprising to me that I'm not a huge fan of it on a console, guys. So that's just one of the unfortunate aspects. I don't know, what do you think, Jinx?
Same.
Yeah, that it just is too far back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't even played the recent patches because I was so turned off by my initial playthrough. It's just, you get to a certain point and it's just doing the same thing over and over again. Yeah,
Jinx has played a couple playthroughs with Stellaris on the PC, and she didn't really dig those early versions.
I wanted to.
I was the same way.
It's a beautiful game, beautiful soundtrack. It's very chill, which I love, and I don't mind games where it's a little bit repetitive, but it's just too repetitive.
Yeah, I agree. This tile system is garbage.
Yeah, I don't even know what this is.
It's so bad. I do not like the tile system. I'm glad they removed it. It's just not fun to manage. So that's another aspect. Coming back to the tile system is really, really, really hard after getting used to the current system. So you're not digging that. And really, I think that's the only real issues, guys, is the fact that they ported it over from this version, which is not good. I wanted to like Stellaris so much because I just like what it's trying to do, but I just couldn't play it because it was just so damn boring. And I followed all the patches, I followed all the developer diaries, just waiting for Stellaris to get good, and it finally did. With the 2.8 patch, it kind of ticked it over where it was playable for me, and then 2.2 has made it just amazing. It's a fantastic game now. So that's something you guys have to look forward to on the console version.
Yeah. So if you're gonna get this, get the deluxe.
Well, the deluxe gives you those 3 DLCs. Mm-hmm. I think it's worth it. So this version is $39.99. This is the regular version. The deluxe version is $59.99. So basically
US dollars.
Yeah, this is US dollars. So basically it's a full price game, and it includes 3 of the DLCs. But the DLCs aren't out yet. So it's
like a season pass kind of thing.
Yeah. So you have to wait until they come out. But $20 for those 3 DLCs is definitely worth it. And if you look at what they're selling for on the PC, it's a pretty damn good deal. One of those is the smallest DLC in that is like the Plantoids pack. It just basically adds a new type of species, the plant species group, and it has
avatars and stuff.
Yeah, it has like a bunch of different pictures you can pick for the plants. They also have a new plant type of ship, new plant background for your planets and stuff like that. And that's $8 on the PC. Yeah, so I mean, you're paying $20 and you're getting 3 DLCs. 2 of them are like full DLCs.
Well, they love their cosmetic DLC.
Yeah, and then there's the one cosmetic one. And I think I don't know the exact value, but I want to say that's on the PC, that's at least a $30 value, if not more, based on what they're charging for them. Probably more than that. Probably maybe $35, $40, and you're only paying $20 on the console for it. So it's a fantastic one to get. We need to get this regenerative hull tissue, by the way. I know we're not continuing this series, but this is, if you're wondering, this right here will allow your hulls to regenerate. Normally just your shields regenerate, so you always got to go back to one of the star bases to repair. With this, they can repair out there.
Oh,
so it's super useful. It takes up one of those auxiliary slots that we haven't really been using. Very, very nice. I like it. Also, there's this one. This is the Amoeba Bearding Gown. This allows you to get strike craft. They're the little amoebas that go out there and fight for you. Kind of cool, right? Also,
I could see how they could get out of hand, though.
Yeah. But this is some pretty cool text. I love the way the tech tree works in Stellaris. It's one of my favorite things of this series, of this game, I should say. Is it's not a tech tree. We're just like optimizing this tech tree, trying to pick the best route to go, which you so often see in these 4X type of games. And I really like this version where you don't know what you're going to get and you just get the 3-4 choices and you have to pick the one that works best for your empire. I really like that. I think it adds a lot to it. It makes the whole system better. Look at all these. We need to get like another construction ship, man. Our construction ship can't get all this work done. It's too much for them. So I think we'll go ahead and build a construction ship. Might as well. I'll get one of those built. But yeah, definitely digging the console version. Its only problem is that it just needs to be updated. But for you guys who haven't played the PC version, then that might be fine for you. I feel like on PC I didn't like it at this version, but because it's so different from anything else you're gonna find on console, I've got to give it props. I gotta mention the fact that you're not gonna find anything like this on console, guys. When it comes down to it, they did such a great job making a grand strategy on console that's just so playable that I feel like it's definitely worth a purchase if you're into strategy. You're never gonna get anything like this again until Paradox makes something else for console. So yeah, I definitely feel like it's worth the money if you're into these type of games. As we mentioned already.
I feel like it's a good entry game into the genre as well.
Oh yeah, Stellaris is, in my opinion, the easiest of the Paradox games. So yeah, it's a great intro to it. So checking out this one first. And if this is successful, which it looks like it was successful for Paradox, I think it has done well for them, then we could see more of their games coming to console. And if that's the case, you know that your boy Praetorian, your girl Jynx are going to be here covering those. We're definitely look at them because I'm just into this whole ideal of Paradox bringing their games to console.
Couches are great for your butt.
Yeah. And one thing, we really like playing games together, guys. And I felt like we had already done this, but we'll gather the specimens. We really like playing games together, but on PC it's so hard to record together, man. Yeah. Sitting in those uncomfortable ass chairs. And let's get this guy.
We're all squished together.
In
an unpleasant manner.
Yeah, it's not a pleasant squish together, guys. And so it's really nice being able to record on the couch. But you can't play Paradox games on the couch. And so that's why you never see any P+J Paradox games. So this is really, really nice that we've been able to play this together. And it's going to be exciting to be able to do more console games. More console Paradox games. So if they come out with whether it's CK2 or
which is Crusader Kings.
Yeah, I guess I'm over here talking because I'm playing a Paradox games. I assume everybody knows what I'm talking about. But of course, if this is your first Paradox game, you may have no idea what I'm talking about. Crusader Kings 2 is the one. It's a good one, guys. It's a grand strategy game, and it takes place in the Middle Ages. And in it, you play as a character rather than an empire, or the state, the country, the way that you do in every other Paradox game. It's the only one where you play specifically as a character, and when you die, you become your heir, whether that's your son or your daughter, or fucking some distant cousin or something. And it's just a really, really fun game. And there's been so many patches and DLCs to it, just added so much to the game, and it was pretty good from base, unlike Stellaris, where I felt like Stellaris was a garbage game, in my opinion, boring game. Maybe not garbage, I'm not gonna say garbage. It's a boring game. While Stellaris was a boring game for a very, very long time, like 2 years after it had come out, it was still kind of boring. CK2's been like a game that you could spend hundreds, if not thousands of hours in, like right from the start. It's such a fantastic game. If I had to guess, that's the next Paradox game coming to console. We might also see some of the other games. Hearts of Iron 4, that's my big Paradox game. I really like to get Jynx involved in some Hearts of Iron. That's
I don't know, guys.
And that one takes place in World War II. It's a World War II strategy game, and I really like that one. So yeah, that'd be another one we'd definitely be covering on a console. If that one came to console, I'd probably be doing like full tutorials and stuff, since that's what I did for the PC version. I play a lot of Hearts of Iron, guys.
So much.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So yeah, you could expect me to definitely be covering that one if that ever comes to console. And then the other one is EU4, Europa Universalis 4. So I don't know if they'll. That's kind of their big one. So I could see.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of their big games. That's like one of the more. Oh shit! I think we just got cut off.
Oh no.
We're gonna have to go around the back here. Oh wait a minute! You can't go around the back. Oh no! Did both of our ships get cut off? Nope, just the one. Can we get him over here? Can he go over there? Is he gonna be stuck? Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen here, guys.
Damn.
Yeah, he might have got stuck. looks like we finished up some tech too. If you're into grand strategy and you want to play on console, this is the game for you. It just comes down to there's no other competition, and it's good. I think they did a good job. But if you have a choice, and we're finally gonna get the supremacy branch filled out, Jynx. That gives us admiral skills increased by 2.
Supreme.
And our fire rate goes up by 15%.
Oh, right.
So our fleet is much better. Look at our fleet, Jynx. 5,217 strength. You'd think we'd be
that's average.
you'd think we'd be better than some people now. Let's just take a look here. Now,
Not
still
the
equivalent to the
bugs,
bugs.
But they're militarists.
True. Yeah, so that might be why they build up their fleet so much. Well, if you want to feel superior,
All right.
we're far superior to these guys.
Yeah, but they went and made friends.
Well, yep, that's so we
We're
can't
not
attack
good
them
at
anymore.
making
Who's the other
friends.
ones that are around here that were all kind of against us? Oh, yeah, Zach
Those
plot guys. Yep, them, and then the other ones were like
And then those.
the Wendigos.
Just everybody.
Nobody likes us, guys. Everybody hates us. We'd have to fight everybody.
They want our nuggets.
Oh, the goddamn nuggets. Man, yeah, these guys are all comparable to us. Yeah, we would not be able to defeat these guys. But that's one of the biggest things that I feel. Oh, look at that. Their fleet is inferior to us. The Zach plot states.
Okay.
But one of the biggest changes is just the military side of things, guys. The military is, I don't know. It's basically, in this version, you build a big fleet, they build a big fleet, you send your big fleets at each other, and then it's the end. Like that's like all there is to it. It's just not that interesting in my opinion. With the current PC version, it's just far superior. There's so much more to the combat system and battle and stuff. But we're bringing up all these things about look at these guys we met. Kind of cool. But your kind will not threaten us. I guess we got another lady as our leader. Do we just have ladies?
I guess
Seems
so.
like it's all ladies
We're
running.
all hens.
Uh-huh. Yep.
It makes sense.
They all came from the hen house too.
Hey, shit happens, man.
Yeah. I mean, there are examples of like whores.
If you can't roll
Rising up
through
high.
brute strength, then
roll
use
with your
vagina.
Yeah, or your vagina, as Jynx calls it. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I don't know what tat we just got, but let's go and put something else on here. Let's get, we'll get the carrier operation. Sure, why not? It seems that a resource storage is full for something. Oh, we have an abundance of influence. I guess we should spend that on our planet. But yeah, that's essentially the game, guys. As I said, I think that if I had come to this with no prior experience with Stellaris, I'd have a much higher opinion of the game overall, because I think it's just that good on console. I think they did a great job with it. But I would probably still be bored, because I was with the PC version. I think after you play about this many years, how far along are we right now? I'm trying to look at the date here. Yeah, we're about 65 years into the game. I'd say you get about this far, 50 years or so, and then it starts getting boring. And then if you don't want to engage in the combat, because I don't really like the combat, it's not all that fun. It's just basically bouncing your fleet around, dealing with little enemy fleets and not being able to do anything, because it's too easy for them to just run all over your empire and do whatever they want if you don't have your fleet there. And since you have to keep them all in one fleet, because that's really the only way to win, it basically results in, you can't do anything. You can either go on the offensive and let them destroy all your shit, or bounce all over the place trying to defend your stuff and then not get any war score for actually invading them.
Yeah.
So it's just not a very good system. I hate it. I just never liked the combat pre 2.0. So yeah, it's one of the many changes that you guys have to look forward to. I think if you stick with this, you follow the patches, you follow the expansions, I think you're going to find an even better game. So if you're really liking it now, then I think you're going to absolutely love it once they've patched it and brought it up to date. So I think you'll always be a little bit behind. One of the positives to that, though, guys, and this is another benefit of the console version, is that Paradox patches are notorious for being not very good when they come out. Like, they're constantly full of problems. The AI doesn't work properly with them. There's like major issues with them that break systems. So one of the advantages is that all those kinks have already been worked out on the PC version, so that when it comes to console, you're gonna automatically have better patches. All those issues that they've already discovered how to fix them are gonna be in the patches. So you're gonna get more stable versions and versions where the AI is better and where the features are actually what they're meant to be. Because a lot of times they'll release a patch with a new feature, and then they'll scrap that same feature in the next patch because it didn't work properly, and they'll completely redo it. So yeah, you don't have to deal with all that kind of bullshit, being a couple patches behind. So that's gonna be one advantage, I think, of being on the console version. Hopefully the DLC for it comes out soon. If it does, as far as like which ones you should get, we've already told you what the Plantoids pack is. It's just flavor, guys. It's not really anything amazing. As far as the other two though, one of them is the Leviathans DLC, and that one adds like I think 8 different types of, not quite monsters, but aliens and different things you find. One of them's a machine. Yeah. Little creatures and such. Leviathans, and there's no better way to describe them. You find these 8 Leviathans in the systems all around the galaxies. And some of them are pretty cool. Some of them are just somebody to battle, that it's really, really hard, kind of like a boss battle. And then you get like treasure. While others are like actual like story events where you have to interact with them and do different things with them. So Leviathan's really, really cool. Expansion adds a lot to it, a little bit of flavor to the galaxy. So that one's definitely one you're gonna want to pick up. And then the other one, what's that one called? We keep forgetting. It's not Unity. It starts with a U though. Utopia. Yes. Utopia. That's the one where we thought that, you know, we had already and that we're gonna get to eat other species. But yes, Utopia lets you eat other species. Enough said. There's nothing else in me said.
You don't really need to know anything else.
But yeah, you can set up different types of slaves. You know, you can have them where you eat them. You can have them where they're battle slaves, entertainment type slaves, like service slaves or whatever. All different types of slavery types that's added in there. A lot of different stuff is added that one. That's probably the best of the 3 expansions. So if they do release them where you can buy them separately rather than one pack, then Utopia is the one you want. That's the best of the 3, easily. So definitely get that one when it releases, guys. But as I said, I think getting the deluxe edition is the best value for your money. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much it, guys. As far as again, just to kind of wrap this up, it's the best you're gonna get on console. It's pretty good, if a little bit boring. But the main thing to think about is that it's got a lot of room for growth that you're gonna see as the PC stuff comes to console. But yeah, I think they did a great job with the controls, and I think that's the biggest question. Does it control well? And it's an absolute yes. It's very easy to control. In some ways, it's better than PC. Obviously, it's easier to control on PC, but I find myself zooming in more, zooming out, and zooming in more often, moving the map like this, you know, to get better views. I don't do that on PC very often. I don't even bother moving around like this. I just try and keep it the same view because I'll get confused on it. I just keep it on the same view. So a little bit more intimate, as we were talking about earlier in the series. Yeah, a little bit more intimate. You get closer into the battles, you get closer into things. Not necessarily because you can't get closer in the PC, you just don't. I just don't do this. But I do it on console. I don't know if other people play that way too. So in some ways, it's even better than the PC version. So yeah, I guess we're gonna go ahead and end it here. Sorry we didn't really play a lot. I mean, we did the 10 videos. If you count this would be 11 videos. I guess there's some gameplay in this. We didn't do a lot, and as I said, it's just because it's been so difficult for me to play it because of how far back it is, unfortunately. But yeah, most of you guys did seem to enjoy the series. We're glad. We're glad we're able to show you guys this, help out some newer players as well. Some people have found the series helpful for learning. And so I'm glad that you guys did enjoy it. Most of you. Some of you didn't. Some of y'all had negative things to say about it. But those of you who did, I'm glad you guys enjoyed the commentary. I hope that you do decide to stick around on the channel. We have a lot of different stuff on the channel to watch. If you're looking for more Stellaris, obviously we don't have any other console Stellaris series, but we do have PC ones. Those don't have Jynx in them though, unfortunately. It's a little bit different tone if you go watch my other Paradox games. My series with those, whether it's Stellaris, Crusader Kings, Hearts of Iron, or Europa Universalis. I have a little bit different style, so it's not as light. Most Paradox players want you to be very competent. So I focus more on like really competent gameplay, trying to be good at the game, and not so much on joking around and playing as Jynx and I do. But
I'm a distraction.
Yeah, a little bit. But I think it's our best commentary, honestly. Like we have the most fun when we play together. If you do like that, if you like that lighter tone, then those series you're not gonna get them. I joke around a little bit, but not as much. I focus more on the competent gameplay. So you might want to go check out some of our other series, guys. We have like, I don't know how many. We got thousands of videos, guys. Thousands of videos. I don't know how many series Jynx and I have done together, but a lot. a lot.
So many.
As far as like strategy games, we have a few other kind of strategy games. Once again, there's not really a lot of strategy on the console, but we do like some kind of like city building type games. But all we played that were kind of similar to this. I guess we done like Jurassic World Evolution. That's like
Are we talking just for the console?
Yeah, just on the console.
No.
Yeah, people wanted.
Yeah, Jurassic World.
Jurassic World's kind of like it's obviously a park building game, but it's the closest that I think you'll get to this.
I don't know. You don't really see
a lot.
Genre's not really.
There's not a lot of strategy.
Console.
No, we've done the Survive in Mars, of course. But once again,
yeah.
that was more. That's not really strategy. That's more once again like a base building, city building type game, except for you're building a city on Mars. So we got a lot of that kind of stuff. But yeah, there's not really any strategy that Jinx and I have done it on the console because it's not a genre that's very popular on the consoles. Not yet. Hopefully this changes things. And we do have a lot of other genres though. So if you're into like action or survival games, ton of survival games that we play, action games, even AAA games, whatever. We have a lot of that. So go check those out, guys, with this series ending, so that if you enjoyed our commentary, you'll still have something to watch. I do hope to see you on one of those other series. And yeah, that's going to be it for this one, guys. That's pretty much all we had to say. And I hope you did enjoy the series. If you did, make sure you leave a like on this video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, leave a comment. As I say, go check out our front page of our channel, see if there's anything else you want to watch. If you're looking for any links, look in the description below of any of our videos. You'll find the links to like our social media, Patreon, to our Discord. We have our Discord channel. Hope to see you on there. Got a pretty good Discord community. So all those links are in the description down below. And that's going to be it for this one. Hope to see you on another series, and thanks for watching, guys.